Question 8. The tendency of a population to remain in genetic equilibrium may be disturbed. As you all can see, majority of MCQs from are based on the equilibrium. So the tendency of a population to remain in genetic equilibrium may be disturbed by. This is an extremely important. Try to remember it and try to save this. Understand the options. First is lack of mutation. Now, if there is no mutation, meaning there is no change in the nucleotide base sequence, meaning that there is no change in genetic material, so kya hoga? It remains the same. If it remains the same, we call it. So, in this case, equilibrium is maintained. Equilibrium is maintained. Second is lack of random mating. Now, what happens due to random mating? When Hardy-Weinberg explained this principle, they said that when random mating occurs, that is exactly when the gene pool or this allelic frequencies, they remain constant. So, in a small population, in an isolated population, if there is random mating, only then will this happen. Like we saw, if there was reproductive isolation and selection, if you are selectively breeding or selectively mating animals, you are altering that, changing the natural course of action, in which case the equilibrium would be altered. So the confusing bit here is these two options. In these two options, you have lack of random mating and random mating. Why are these two confusing? For which one? So random mating is important. Why? Random mating is what keeps the gene pool constant. In the end, gene pool matlab total genes are tumhare. It is not talking about individual species. So mother, father and the children will have different genes. That is normal. The total gene pool remains constant. So if random mating is not there and if you are selectively breeding them, then that changes. So the answer to this question, like I said, very, very important, please remember this. The answer to this question would be lack of random mating. Let's look at the final option also, lack of migration. So if your species are not migrating, if you have no migration, there is no genetic flow. If no gene migration occurs, no gene flow occurs, so equilibrium is maintained. So the only disturbance that can be caused is by lack of tendency of a population to remain in genetic equilibrium may be disturbed by, ये हमने देख लिया, I explained this to you, आप पढ़ सकते हैं एक बार. Hardy-Weinberg law states that allele frequencies in a population are stable when there is random and non-selective mating only. In case of lack of random mating, genetic equilibrium may be disturbed because selective mating.